Hi everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Criterion Connection. This is a Christmas-esque movie, because, it's the season, so we try...
Yeah, Christmas happens during the movie.
Yeah.
Christmas movie.
It's not really the most Christmas spirit movie.
No, but it's got similar themes.
So we're doing Night of the Hunter. It is a United States film, directed by...
Charles Lawton. It's his
Lawton.
first and only film.
Yes.
It's great.
And we have, it stars Robert Mitchum.
Rob Mitchum.
As, what was it, Powell? Yeah, Harry Powell.
Yeah, Harry Powell.
And then you had a kid, but I don't remember the name.
Shelley Winters is their mom.
Yeah.
James Gleason's in it. There's a few other big name actors. I didn't write them down.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty good. I just, every time I look up, because I'm a big horror movie guy, I look up horror movies on the Criterion Collection, and this is always on the top list.
It's a very suspenseful, it's not quite, I don't think it's quite horror. I think it's like a thriller.
Yeah, it's like
I really do think it's a thriller.
Yeah, it's very thriller-ish.
But I could see why somebody would call it a horror movie. It's got, Harry is
He's pretty much like a slasher.
Yeah, he's
always stalking. He's always there.
He's hard to stop.
Yeah.
And that reinforces his... Yeah, it's such a great character.
Yeah.
Because they wrote him as a
preacher.
Sort of preacher, a pseudo-preacher. He's got love on his right hand, tattooed on his fingers, and hate.
I bet Spike Lee watched this movie and be like, you know what?
I would not put it past him. I'm sure he watched.
Which is another Criterion movie.
Yeah.
The thing is, so.
And he's such a great character. He's a preacher. He's supposed to be kind of a preacher, but he doesn't have a church. He just. In my opinion, he has voices in his head that he believes is God, and he's like a psychotic killer, as we find out fairly early, actually.
Yeah,
because he gets busted for a minor crime, and relatively speaking, and that kind of jettisons the catalyst because you get 2 prologue scenes.
Yeah, the first 5 minutes they set up everything.
Yeah,
the pacing is really fast in this movie.
Yeah, you've got him as a criminal who basically excuses everything he does as God's will, and that he's doing the right thing. And it's an incredibly selfish motives.
Yeah.
And
it's also the point that the story takes place in the Great Depression.
Yeah, it takes place in the Great
Depression. So it's all about he wants to get the $10,000, which seems like not a lot of money, but back then it was a lot of money.
It's a lot of it was a lot of money probably even when they filmed this. So.
Yeah, and there's a lot of money then, but it's if it's the Great Depression, it's a lot of money.
Yeah,
about $1 million probably in that decade, in that era,
Yeah, I should have done the calculation, but yeah, it's a good deal of money. It's probably.
And the guy he meets in prison is the dad who leaves the money with the kids, and only the kids know. And he kind of just whispers. I think he has a dream.
He robs a bank, and he ends up killing 2 people, but he's doing it to provide for his family, particularly his kids.
Yeah.
He wants them to
John and Pearl.
Because it's the Depression, as you find out.
Yeah.
And it kind of drives him to do this evil deed. And yes, the kids are the ones that know where the money is. The mom does not know. And then...
Well, mom thinks it's in the river.
Yeah, well, that's later.
Yeah.
Harry is his cellmate, and he becomes very interested in this money. And the dad never says anything to anybody about it, except for the kids. So when Harry gets out, he goes and finds the family.
Also, at this point, the father dies. The father is executed.
Yeah, he's executed for the murders.
So there's no. So now, this is one of the big, a big flaw for me in this movie is how his wife is easily just I'll move on.
Well, she's hesitant in the beginning, and that.
It also introduces the most annoying.
I think it's indicative of the time.
Yeah.
A single mother, they're normally kind of more forced to get married to a man,
Especially
to become a breadwinner.
Especially when the fudge lady is just keeps on like, you want fudge? You gotta get with him. You want fudge?
Yeah, it's pre Rosie the Riveter, so it's not like women are going out and starting businesses.
Yeah.
You know.
I just thought it was very fast for her to kind of just be manipulated.
But yeah, she gets manipulated, and really it's the town that also kind of manipulates her. The Spoons, as you're talking about the fudge lady.
The only person that's not
she's
doing
the really pushy one.
The only person that's not doing it is Birdie, the uncle.
Birdie's awesome.
What I like about this movie, it's mostly, the preacher is very, like, when he first shows up at the house, and the kid looks out the window, and he's just standing there, and
he's such a great character. He's got to be somebody who influenced Freddy Krueger in a way. He had to influence Robert Mitchum's character in Cape Fear, which later was done by Robert De Niro, and it's very inspired by the Harry Powell character.
Yeah.
It's such a great character. He's the only one that wears black
and
in the movie.
He's the man of God, so he can be like...
Yeah.
And he's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
And they sing that song in the beginning at the picnic, talking about the sheep.
Yeah.
And it's
also
so apropos.
Also, this movie has the weirdest beginning. It's just that, remember it was like the woman, like, and there's the heads of the kids in space, and they're doing a prayer.
Oh, yeah.
That's very odd.
That was weird. But this is an interesting movie, especially for the time. It's got a very feminine kind of slant to it, like a feminist kind of slant. I mean, Miss Cooper is the one that saves the day.
Oh, Miss Cooper is the greatest. I wrote some notes here.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's a very strong, single female. She's older. And when she takes in orphans, and she's kind of like the Mother Goose,
yeah,
to all these kids.
And it's also,
and she invests so much, and she can tell right away there's something off.
And the thing about
John and Pearl.
What makes John great, and this is what the big part of the story is, like, it's about broken families and stuff like that. John doesn't have any grown-up you can count on or look up to. He's got a mom that's easily manipulated. His dad's a criminal. Harry's just, we're not going to talk about Harry, it's a Harry, and Birdie's a drunk. So, who does he have to count on? And then he meets this woman, he's very hesitant. And at the end, he's very abrasive about it.
I think we only see his dad as a result of turning into a criminal, but it always seemed like his dad instilled kind of the right principles. He's like, you look after your sister, and you both... you swear to me you don't say anything. That money's for you.
Also, Pearl was the worst.
Yeah, she was weird. Like, she was the weird looking one in the beginning, too. Off to the right.
And it was just weird. Like, she was just like... like, she fell for the Harry thing, but then I didn't know what where she was on the scale of moral. I don't know was she more like, she liked Harry, or I don't understand.
Well, neither does John, which is why he's always worried. He doesn't know if she's going to tell him. But she keeps saying, but John told me that, to swear
and he was like, don't worry about John. And he pulls out the sword, the knife, which is his sword.
Yeah, he's such a great character.
Also, there's a haunting image, and then the mother on the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was not expecting that in this movie. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
The chase. Well, when they go into the cellar, and then they run away from him, and they're running through the woods and stuff, that was pretty good.
Well, and they get in the skiff.
Yeah.
And float down river, which is akin to the story that's told later about Moses. There's so many great scenes.
Yeah.
And this movie, heavily inspired by German Expressionism. So you get all these shadows and low-key lighting. It's like film noir.
And I love the ending where it was not... you think it'd be like a big old blowout because this guy's evil, and you don't know his fate.
You kind of do. At the very end, when the cops put him in the car, they drive by, and if you remember, that's the executioner they're talking to out the window, the one that did their dad.
Yeah.
They said, we got this one for you tomorrow, or coming up, and he's like, I'm looking forward to it. So, we can probably extrapolate. He's
Bluebeard. I don't understand the Bluebeard thing. They're like, Bluebeard, bunch of Bluebeard, and you're just like, what?
I didn't do any research, and I should have.
I was like, what does
that
mean?
I think it's probably referring to somebody who's, conned their way into somebody's life. I mean, they reveal that he killed like 25 women.
Yeah.
And he just takes their money or whatever.
And he's going to kill Ruby. Remember Ruby?
Ruby. Oh, yeah.
Mrs. Cooper, the teenage one that's always a hussy.
I don't know if he was going to kill her.
I don't even know where that plot line was going.
It's just him being
it's just a
super charming.
It's just a setup. Her being a floozy is just a setup for him to
weasel his way in, like he always does. And Miss Cooper doesn't fall for it.
Also, I love how like he makes this prayer song.
Yeah, and it's such a scary song. Yeah,
like when the scariest part when they're sleeping in the barn.
And him and Miss Cooper are both sleeping. It's a him. It's actually a him. It's not,
no, not that part. When they're in the barn, just laying in the barn looking at the stars, and you see the skyline, and then there's a horse.
Yeah,
and
with him on it. That's a him.
Leaning. And you're just like, he makes a prayer about God haunting.
Yeah, Robert Mitchum. He's one of the GOATs, man. One of the greatest of all time.
So, I mean, this is probably gonna be an easy question: buy, rent, or skip.
I'm buying.
We both own it.
100%.
We both own it on DVD. Well, you don't own the Criterion version. Which, by the way, watching the supplements. The supplements on the first disc are really good. It's basically the making of. There's no original people.
Yeah, I'm planning on getting a Blu-ray version of it.
Yeah.
When I get a chance. It's been a movie I've been trying to hunt down for a long time.
It's based off a novel, and the novel apparently was like they had to do it because it was so like cinema ready. Like it was it was not like a Harry Potter movie to kind of cut things and make it work.
Yeah.
It's like this, I'd say.
Charles, what's crazy is Charles Lawton did this movie, and he didn't do anything after it as a director.
Yeah.
And he's such a great actor, too. If you guys haven't seen anything Charles Lawton's in,
and
you're missing a lot of classics.
And the screenwriter, I forget his name, I think it's Alan something. He did African Queen.
That's another great one.
Yeah, so
but
this had an all-star team, and the kids weren't the worst.
I think that's the thing. Like Charles Lawton his name kind of resonated with a lot of people, and they're like, "Yeah, we want to get on board with this."
And whoever did the lighting in this movie, A+.
Yeah, man.
I say buy.
Definitely buy. It's one of the great American movies of all time, and it's a real shame that it wasn't like super well received. Otherwise, Charles Lawton might have done some more. He might have died shortly thereafter.
Also, it's 90 minutes, but it went by so fast. It flowed so well. The pacing was so great.
And it's slow in certain parts that really like heightens.
But it doesn't drag.
No, it doesn't drag.
That's what I'm saying. Like this movie is very fast paced. Like literally, we set up the movie in 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, and
great.
When the mother gets killed,
they don't show it.
And I'm like, whoa. We still got another third of this movie to go.
Yeah.
Like, where else can we go? And then you get into the chase. It's a long chase, and it's not a super, like, adrenaline rush chase, necessarily. It's just the fact that it's like prototype Michael Myers.
Yeah.
He's always coming.
Yeah.
And there's a point where he's like, does he even sleep?
Also, the true hero of the movie was the cat.
Cat.
Remember the cat startled him and he got shot and stuff like that? With Miss Cooper?
I didn't remember the cat startling him.
Well, I just assume it was the cat because the cat went down the stairs when everyone went up the stairs. So I assume the cat might have like scratched, like basically dug his claws into him or whatever.
Oh,
and that distracted, that kind of drew him out of the dark or whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry for spoilers, but watch the movie. Just watch it.
It's great.
Anyway. Okay,
it's better than we could ever say.
Yeah, so let us know in the comment section below if you watched it or what you think. What other good horror Criterion movies or suspenseful ones we have not done yet. Let us know in the comment section below. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, tell your friends. Spread the word. If you know anyone that likes Criterion movies, is a big film buff, bring them over. Let them watch this. And we're still taking suggestions. We still got...
Always taking suggestions.
We're already planning for the next few months, and we got open spots for everything, so make suggestions,
Yeah, definitely. And particularly, just find some ones that Wade's not going to like, so I can put him through it, and he can't complain about it. Because I've been trying to get him to watch... There's certain ones where he just won't watch it. But we're going to get him to watch it. You put the comments down below. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Between you and me,
Thank you.
Let's do this.
So much. It's so fun. Thank you. So, yeah. So be sure to, and also you can just follow us on Twitter at MinCondishMCP. You can comment on that. So until next time, we'll see you later.
Bye-bye.